Do you know what do we call it? I said, what? He said, we call it Aurangzeb's dream. So I was taken aback. I'll share with a story because I think the best is to let people know that how I came across this next one. Any idea what is this?
71.
This is a Kashmiri refugee camp. I was working there, and my wife is also here, and we used to both go to the camps to work with the trauma of the people. One day while coming out, there was this man, an old Kashmiri gentleman wearing a firan. He looked very elegant. He came to us and said, "Why do you come here?" So I said, "I come here because I want to work with the trauma of the Kashmiri people." So he smiled, looked at me and said, "Do you understand our trauma?" So I said, "No, where is this conversation going? I don't want it to go in the way he's taking it." So I said, "Look, we are trying to understand." He says, what is the response of the people to your workshops?" I said, "It is not very good. It's modest. People come, they sit, they listen, they go away." Then he again repeated his question, "Do you understand our trauma?" I said, "Well, I'm trying, but if you can suggest something I can do." He pointed his finger at the camp, and we were at a slight elevation, and said, "Do you know what this camp is called?" I said, "Mutti camp?" He says, "No." "Do you know what do we call it?" I said, "What?" He said, "We call it Aurangzeb's dream." So I was taken aback. I said, "Aurangzeb's dream?" He said, "Yes, we call it Aurangzeb's dream. And do you understand why?" I said, "No," but he said, "Then go and search. When you understand why we call it, then probably you will get a better response from people." Now, to a Western trained mind like me, it was quite frankly insult. I started studying about Aurangzeb. I had vaguely known him as someone who was anti-Hindu, who was fanatic, this and that, nothing more than that. But I was curious to find out that why a school teacher came up to me pointing at the camp of Kashmiri Pandits and said, "This is called Aurangzeb's dream." I studied about Aurangzeb.